Just let the setup wars begin. Never pay full price for games ever again, guys. G2A offers the cheapest CD keys you can find anywhere. Check them out by clicking on the link below. If there's anything I recommend in this episode, it will be linked down below, so make sure you guys check that out. But here are your 5 contestants for this week. We have Adam, Alan, Brandon, Ethan, and Hafiz. Congratulations for making it on the show. So starting off the show, we have Adam and his minimalistic productivity setup. We have a 25-inch Dell monitor, Logitech MK270 keyboard and mouse combo, and a pair of Krator speakers. On the top shelf, we have a pair of SMS headphones resting on the anchor hook and his trusty old rifle to shoot trespassers. Very impressive work with the cable management. It appears that he not only wrapped the cables using Omni-mount sleeves, but he also mounted the entire thing along with the power strip on the roof of the desk using some 3M tape. That's pretty much it for this setup. Very simple and clean. Thank you, Adam, for entering. Next up, we have Alan with a white themed setup. You know, it's been a while since I've seen an all white themed setup, so I'm glad I came across one. We have a Samsung TV up top with a 34-inch ultra-wide monitor on the bottom. On the desk is the Filco Majestouch keyboard and a Mionix Castor mouse on top of the glorious extended mousepad. And in the back, we have the Bose Companion 3 series speakers. Keeping the theme consistent, we also have a black and white DX Racer chair and
Jesus Christ.
Are all of those shoes? So apparently Alan not only collects sneakers, but also action figures as well. That's pretty dope. We also have the M50Xs and Beats Studios resting on the ElevationLab's Hangar. Cable management is pretty good. All the wires are resting on the Signum rack and not a single wire is on the ground. The PC that's powering the setup has a 4790K and a GTX 980 Ti with that sweet looking custom backplate from V1 Tech. A very clean build and a beautiful setup, no doubt. Thank you, Alan, for entering. At number 3, we have Brandon, a 34-inch ultra-wide from Dell on the left and a 24-inch Acer on the right with the Corsair K70 and Logitech G502 mouse on top of another white extended mousepad from Glorious. Also on the desk, we have a pair of Logitech Z623 speakers, a Blue Yeti Black Edition mic, and a Super Lux HD681 headset. I've said it before and I would say it again, having an ultra-wide next to a standard monitor just doesn't seem effective. Not only is it too wide, but it takes up the entire width of the desk, almost to the point where the speakers are in the way. I would much prefer having the smaller display mounted on the top and having the ultra-wide centered down below. I don't see any wires, so I can't judge on the cable management, but as far as a PC that's pushing all of these pixels, we have a 4790K paired with 2 GTX 980 Ti's inside the Fractal Define R4 case. So the way you hooked up the headphones won't make sense going with a headphone hanger under the desk, so instead I would pick up a simple hanger like this one and hook it up to the back of your monitor. Not only will it clean up your desk, but you won't end up scratching the surface of the table or the headphones itself. But other than those minor tweaks, this is a pretty dope setup. Thank you, Brandon, for entering. Next up, we have Ethan with a gold and white productivity setup. Check this out, guys. We have an iMac on top of a steel monitor riser, which is sandwiched by 2 Yamaha HS5 speakers, which are sitting on top of the RLX acoustic pads. On the Ikea Carl B countertop, we have the wireless Apple mouse, keyboard, and trackpad, along with the gold limited edition PreSonus audio box and gold smartphone stand from Elago. And finally, off to the left side, we have a pair of white M50Xs resting on the Just Mobile headphone stand. As expected, the cable management is flawless. All of the cables are resting on the Signum without any wires on the ground. I'm not too sure what's going on with that curtain or blanket in the back, or even the cement wall. It's kind of creepy, to be honest, not knowing where this setup is. But overall, it's a very clean and OCD friendly setup. Thank you, Ethan, for entering. Last but not least, we have Hafiz with a black and rainbow setup. So we have a 27-inch QNX monitor on top of a smart monitor stand that has built-in USB ports. We also have a SteelSeries Apex M800 keyboard with the Sensei mouse, and off to the left side, we have his SteelSeries Apex headset resting on a hanger. It seems like someone's a huge fan of SteelSeries, that's for sure. We got the white PS4 underneath the monitor with his 2 controllers on a charging dock and a white snowball mic hooked up to the newer arm. The PC that's powering the setup has a 6600K, which is paired with the Gigabyte GTX 970 inside the NZXT Noctis 450 case. I'm really digging those custom fan grills and backplates from V1 Tech. I keep using them for my PC builds and they never disappoint. Cable management, on the other hand, is pretty clean. We have a cable box on the floor which is holding up the power strip and the excess cables. This setup may seem cramped, but at least everything is neatly organized and everything has its place. A well put together black and white themed setup with no complaints. Thank you, Hafiz, for entering. So that is it for this episode of Setup Wars. As always, you guys know the drill. Drop your comments down below and vote on who you think has the best desk setup. And as always, I'll announce the winners on Sunday on my Twitter and InstaFail accounts, so make sure you follow me there. That's basically it. Thank you guys so much for your support. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.